Unholy Business tells the story of some scholar cops in Israel who unraveled the mystery of who was behind some of the most impressive biblical archaeological forgeries of the last 20 years. 5 men had been indicted in Israel for forging an archaeological object that purported to be the first physical evidence of the materiality of Christ. In addition to that object, these men had been alleged to have created dozens of religious relics, archaeological objects related to the Bible over the last 20 years, some of which were put in museums, some of which were in private collections. The dealers in these objects get around that in various ways. And the ways they get around it and the ways they move these objects in and out of the country and around the world are very, very illicit. So a lot of secrets, a lot of darkness, a lot of murk, a lot of mischief. And these characters that I interviewed were all involved in it, right up to their necks. The police are very interesting in the story as well, because the Israeli police who investigated and broke the case and who are really the subject of this book, they're an interesting type of cop. They're historical cops. They carry weapons, they have served in the army, they're police, but they're also archaeologists, they're scholars. They know an old object when they see one. They can taste, one of them could put his tongue on something and tell whether it was a forgery or not. But even they were fooled by this forger's work, because he operated in a very high-tech way, and it took very high-tech machinery to prove that these objects were not, in fact, what they said they were. This is the first book that I've done that actually allowed me to use my journalistic skills. I've been a journalist for 25 years now, working at People magazine, Time magazine, many, many newspapers and magazines. And this was the first book that actually allowed me to go knock on doors, arrange interviews, read court documents, follow paper trails, go up the dusty alleys in Jerusalem, and into the desert, into the Negev, into the archaeological sites, and physically feel and see the story.